Hello, Deutschland. Here's Andreas Kisser from Sepultura, and you're listening to What's Metal Radio Show. Enjoy.
Yeah, how's the tour going so far? Any responses?
Yeah, it's doing good. I think everything's pretty much positive. We really it's the second album with Derek, and we're still really conquering, the stuff that was left when Max left the band, and just rebuilding. Against was a very difficult album. We didn't have really that many musical ambitions with it. For us, it was really a matter to keep the band together and tour and really grow as a new band. And that's what we're doing right now. This is the second album actually. We feel much better, as a band. Derek's much more involved, and we're just on the road, really, doing what we like, doing what we enjoy. In Germany, the number of people are not very large, but the people that are coming are, fucking great. They're really going mad and having a good time, like ourselves, really enjoying the tour a lot.
What was the best venue so far?
I have to say in France, like in Paris, we just did yesterday, and the people was just mad and was hot like here today, so hopefully it'll be the same here.
Okay, talking about the music, I read an interview with maybe you or Derek, and you said your last album, Against, was a little bit confusing. So, what adjective would you give the new album? One word.
It's not really the album was confusing. I think our life was pretty much confusing at the time. We didn't only lose the singer but also the manager, so the whole structure of Sepultura was gone. So really to start from scratch, and the result was the music that we did. The music was very honest, but was very difficult, to write, to record, because Derek was not really involved from the start. We just wrote as a trio, and I think this album it's more confident, really. I think more focus on the music itself instead of just on the other bullshit that was going on.
Okay, tell us a little bit of the new album, Nation. It's a concept album. Can you explain the concept?
Yeah, it can be seen in a lot of different ways, but it's just a very strong concept that really inspired us to write music and lyrics and artwork and everything. I think that's every artist look for that, for an inspiration to write. And this concept was our inspiration. It's like the utopic idea of a world without borders, without wars, without guns, and more understanding between religion and more respect to our planet, ecology and stuff, and just more information. Really, I think the cancer of the world today is ignorance. That's the stuff that really brings people backwards instead of forward. So I think information is the main necessity for ourselves, and I think overall it's just a very positive message. We never seen that before. It never happened in our world, something like that, and most certainly never will. But for us, what mattered was really to have inspiration to write.
And how does the music gets along with this concept? Because music is much more diverse than ever before, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. Together with the Derek's influence, his way of singing and the melody that we never had before, and just his whole different personality, that we have to work. We have this concept which is very rich, very open, very wide, and we could really explore different music and different styles. Like we could bring Apocalyptica to represent the anthem, and Jello Biafra, and plus there's the stuff more melody that Derek does, like One Man Army and Water, and of course have the percussion that we always have, and I don't know, we just like trying something different, and we're just exploring what we have inside, which is the main influence that Derek brought into the band and make the band grow in a different direction.
I want to talk about your collaboration with these different artists, namely Jello Biafra, Marino from Paviao, I don't know, DJ Product from Headp, and Dr. Israel and Apocalyptica. Maybe we could go down this list. How did you get in contact, and what was the input the different artists had on you and the music?
Yeah, we know a lot of different artists from the tours and from our career, and whenever we need somebody more specifically to do stuff, that we are not. we cannot do. We go after. I think we start doing that on Roots. When we're the first time we have like musicians from outside the band working together with us in the studio, like Arnius Brown and Korn and Mike Patton and DJ Lito and etc. So the experience was very good, even though the Soulfly kept doing that also, having a lot of guests on the album. So because it was such a great experience, and we were looking for somebody to play this politician, sarcastic politician, and Jello Biafra was the perfect guy. We know him for a while, and he wrote the lyrics for Biotech is Godzilla for Chaos AD, and we have the chance to play together before. So I gave him a call, explained the concept, and he wrote the lyrics and performed the politician.
So maybe Dr. Israel.
Yeah, DJ Product didn't actually did the stuff. Was Christoph from a band called Bile in New York City that end up doing the DJ stuff. The DJ Product stuff didn't came out the way we expected, so we have to look for somebody else. And Dr. Israel also was during the mixing in New York, and this guy from a record label, Mike Gitter, who works with us, is our representative there. He knew Dr. Israel. He brought some albums to us, and Dr. Israel did some work with like Black Sabbath riffs and Rancid and stuff like that. And we have this piece of song that was unfinished, incomplete. We didn't know too much what to do with it, so we gave the song to Dr. Israel, just to try, and came out great. We really enjoy it, and we had the chance to, when we play in New York, to do the song live with him, and it was great.
Yeah, last but not least, Apocalyptica.
Apocalyptica is a beautiful band, a beautiful concept. I love classical music and of course metal, and they do both very, very well, very unique. Very original. And also I know them for a while, and because of the concept, we wanted to have like a nation anthem, to represent this nation. And I wrote the stuff in acoustic guitar and sent to them, and they arrange on a apocalyptic way, with the four cellos and everything.
How would you compare your musical style nowadays, if ever possible, with maybe the music 10 years ago? How would you characterize the music? Because you have so many different influences and artists.
I think it's Sepultura music. We always paving our own way. Really, was a lot of fucking fashion music that came and go. And uh, nowadays is the new metal kind of stuff. Of course, we influence all those bands. Of what they're doing today, and also they influence everybody else. So I think it's a very healthy cycle, pretty much. But whatever influence we listen, we always gonna keep our Sepultura vibe. We always like to try something new instead of just jumping on what's selling the most at the time. And for us, it's much easier and much honest to be that way. Could be the hard way, but that's our own way.
What do you listen to in your free time?
Everything pretty much. I don't know.
A lot of hardcore, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. We listen a lot of Dead Canada still. The old stuff like Discharge or COC, Suicidal Tendencies, all the good stuff. And we also listen a lot of whatever the new stuff like Hatebreed. It's a band that have like the style pretty much of the early '90s and still do it a lot of power and very original also. Nowadays. And a band like called Refused from Sweden, and the International Noise Conspiracy. It's pretty cool also. Deftones, the new one. I really like that album. Um, and a lot of the old stuff still, Saba, Zeppelin, Purple, all the beautiful stuff.
I ask you of this hardcore thing because you choose Steve Evans as a producer, and he's formerly known as a hardcore producer. So, what was your expectation for working with him together?
Yeah, it was not actually was not the only thing that made us work with him. Of course we like the Hatebreed stuff and Snapcase and Sick of It all the stuff that he worked with. But we were working in Brazil, in São Paulo, writing the material, and to do the pre-production demo, we called Steve, to to make the last adjustments, especially with Derek, really to make him more confident to try the new stuff and tips on how to say words and everything, and that helps a lot really the band to be more tight and more sure what to do in the studio. And the experience we have with him was so great that we kept him to work the album, and it was a great choice. I mean, he was really the fifth member of the band, uh, doing extra stuff really to keep the sound that we need. And we work in Brazil in Rio, which was not very easy. It was a good studio and everything, but the maintenance it's not the same as in the U.S. But he was able really to develop the recording like with no problems technically, and was just a great inspiration for us too. It was great.
I don't know how familiar you are with your homepage. There are different homepages, but I believe sepultribe.com. There are users could make a voting. The top three Sepultura songs. What do you believe are the top three songs of Sepultura?
I don't know, maybe Roots, Territory, and Arise.
Refuse, Resist, Roots, and Territory on three.
Yeah, I mean, like I think Chaos AD. A lot of people talk about that album. I think the Roots experience a lot of people liked, but was not really accepted by everybody. Not everybody really understand the mixture that we did, and Chaos AD was more straightforward and stuff. And I don't know, we have fans for so many different ages and tastes that that the opinion is like it's weird. I mean, we have different people listen to our music and stuff, which is great. That's why we play like songs from every album pretty much. We don't prefer like a certain phase. We just think Sepultura is a part of everything. Like, we're just building from it, not really. you know it's just like a continuation of our style.
And now some two old school questions. Um, I heard that the lyrics of Beneath the Remains were not totally written by yourself, but by some band members of Essayist. Is that right?
No, no. Was only.
Because English was not the best one.
Yeah, we have a friend actually that translated all the songs to English, but we wrote in Portuguese and he just translated. So if you read the lyrics for Schizophrenia and even Beneath the Remains, there's not that many. There's no sense at all, because it was just translated to English to Portuguese to Portuguese to English, and we just like fit whatever. On Beneath the Remains was a little better because we have Scott Burns with us, so he helped us a lot how to arrange, the meaning, so the people could understand a little more what we wanted to say. But there's one lyric from this guy. I don't even remember which one. Yeah, yeah. But it's just one lyrics that we took some parts and stuff and did some stuff like Inner Self and even Beneath the Remains, I think. Um, but yeah, we did all ourselves, me and Max, pretty much.
And another one, the cover of the Cause of Death LP of Obituary was supposed to be your cover for the Arise album.
Actually,
But
it's supposed to be Beneath the Remains cover, but they didn't accept. They wanted to change the cover, wanted to change the logo, the old logo and everything. That's why we have the logo on the Beneath the Remains, just like just Sepultura written straight. But actually, we ended up liking a lot more the cover from Beneath the Remains, and then we're supposed to use that for a Rise. But a guy from the record label gave the cover to Obituary without us knowing, and we were very pissed off. But it was great because the artist made a special cover for a Rise, just for us, and he ended up doing a lot of covers for us up to Roots.
great ones.
Yeah, he's a great artist, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, your near future plans this year, festivals, special editions. What?
Yeah, we going back to Brazil now. Gonna stay a while there, And the plan is to we're gonna do some festivals in Portugal and Spain, and some festivals in Japan and Korea, and then come back here in September, October with Pantera and Slayer to do a tour. That'll be fucking great. And then go back to South America, to do more shows there, and especially in Brazil.
Finally, any comments for your fans, our listeners?
Yeah, I mean, just to say that to come to see Sepultura without really thinking about all the politics and all the fights that we have, I mean, we're just like here to enjoy our music. We're doing something honest, like always, and we're not here to be compared or to compare to any other band. And the people that are coming to see the show are really enjoying, like ourselves, and just to come to with an open mind and open ears and enjoy our music. That's it.